Welcome to Maths Class, your teacher Black Adam. So we have this graph there at 0.5, that is G, and then that G is 5 is to 0, that's the point. And then you also have to prove that A is 1, and then that's E is -1 to 0, and that would be turning point, that would be to the power 2 multiplied by 2. And then we have f of x, which is, we look at the factors there, so it's x minus x plus 1 actually squared for point E, and also multiplying by x minus 5, so which means to give us x equals to 5 minus 5 there. And then that will mean that we have x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 1, and then okay, that's that part, and then multiply by x minus 5. And then from there we have x times x, that's x squared, x times 1, that's x, and then 1 times x, that's x, and yeah, so that's x squared plus x, 1 times that is 1, and then all that multiplied by x minus 5. So that would mean that we simplify that would be x squared plus 2x, and then plus 1, and then multiply by x minus 5. And then what we do, we multiply x times that, it will be x cubed, x times that would be plus 2x, and then we have x times 1, that is x, and -5 times -x squared, that's -x squared. -5 times positive 2x is going to be 10x. -5 times 1 is going to be -5. And then once again we simplify that and that to give us 3x squared, that and that to give us -9x, and then we have -5. Now with that information, what we do, we write the standard equation, which is ax squared, x cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. So d is -5, so a there you can see is 1, and then you have b there, which is -3, and then c is -9, and then d is -5. So we're not asked about d because d was given. Then a is going to be 1, b is -3, and c is -9. So we proved all that. So that's our answer for 9.1. Next question, second question, calculate the value of x for which f has local minimum value. So we have two turning points, one is max, one is minimum. So let's just find the first derivative, which is equals to 0, which is also going to give us turning points. And then f of x is it's x cubed minus 3x squared minus 9x minus 5. So that means that we have f of first derivative of x will give us 3x squared minus 6x minus 9 is equals to 0. So what we're going to do, we're going to write the same equation above, 3x squared minus 6x minus 9 is equals to 0. So we simplify, divide 3 both sides, so you can see 3 can be factors. So we divide 3 both, giving us x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equals to 0. From there we factorizing us will give us x minus 3 and then plus 1. So that means x -3 is equals to 0, or x plus 1 is equals to 0. So that means we have x is equals to 3, or x is equals to -1. So that's our answer. So we're looking for x is equals to 3, that's the minimum turning point. So there our x is going to be 3. So that is our minimum value. And then we move on to the next question. The next question requires us to use the graph to determine values of x for which the second derivative multiplied by the equation will give us a value of greater than 0. So second derivative, there we can see we have second derivative greater than 0, or we have the function itself, the graph, greater than 0. So second derivative, remember that we already have the second derivative equation, which is that one there. So first derivative is that, second derivative is going to be 6x minus 6. So that's what we get, and then from there second derivative is 6x minus 6 greater than 0. And then that means solving for x, x is greater than 6 over 6, so which means x is greater than 1. I know. So from there we have x greater than 1, or looking at the graph you can see that that one there 0.5, so that means that we have that part of the section there, so that be x is going to be greater than 5. So it's greater than 1 or x is greater than 5. So that's our final answer. Okay, and then from there we have to solve for the next question. So we need to find that the y-intercept at -5, and then we have 3 is to y. 3 is to y, and then we have f of x. F of x there, which is substituting x for 3, will give us 3 to the power 3 minus 3 to the power 3 times power 2 minus 9 multiplied by 3 minus 5. So that will give us 27, that will give us -27, that will give us -27, -5. So the 27 cancels out, and we have -32, because -27 plus -5. So our turning point there gives us a value whereby we have when x is 3, y is going to be -32. Okay, so -32. So our point would be from -5 to -32. So it's from -5 less than t less than -32. So that's our answer. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow, subscribe.